Squat up. You stare at the spot where Alma exploded. Your breath caught in your throat. Glass tendrils of her magic fade from the air, leaving only scraps of her robes littering the marble floor. Can't believe it. Can't actually beat her. Atlas let out a weak moan, slumped against one of the pillars. His eyelids flutter, but he doesn't seem to be fully conscious. Alice! You hobble over and drop down beside him, your stomach sinking as your knees land in a sticky puddle of his blood. Please wake up. Please be okay. Your blood magic rears up as you take him in. Blood coats his face and neck, making it hard to see his injury. Well, now I want the jacket. Come on. You aren't allowed to be hurt. You sense gashes and scrapes all over its body, and as you channel your magic toward them, you feel his skin start to knit back together. Elijah? He looks at the gasp, sitting up straight. He doubles over, coughing, blood splattering his pants. Elijah, what happened? Where's Kane? The last thing I remember is us rushing him without rushing any magic. I pick up a scrap of Alma's robes and use it to wipe the blood off of Atlas's face. Kane won. He exploded Alma, then got away with the crystal. He threatened to go after Mom next. No, we have to stop. Atlas leaps to his feet, but it immediately sways and crashes down. Crashes back down beside you. Alice, take it easy. I want to go after Kane too, but we can't. You're hurt. Everyone else outside is hurt. Gemma's hurt. I'm hurt. Kane's annihilated us. You hear a scruffling sound. Loomis returns to the room. Aster and Shreya riding on his back, while Beckett, Griffin, and Zev limp along behind. God, I never felt less like a person and more like a vessel of agony in my life. I wish I could tell you to stop being so dramatic, but I concur. Now he scampers among them, barking her encouragement. Navi's right. We mustn't give up. They limp over to you and Atlas. Griffin stops to scoop Gemma up from where she's crumpled in the far corner. She stirs as he sets her down with the rest of you. Thank you. Every nerve of your body singes with pain, but you ignore it at the sight of your battered friends. Helplessness overcomes you, and your words spill out. This happened to you because you're my friends. All I've ever brought you guys is pain and suffering. I can't keep doing this to you. Beckett takes your hand and gives it a squeeze, a fierceness in his eyes despite his many injuries. Being with you has brought me anything but suffering, but I would gladly suffer any pain to spend more moments by your side. Beckett, you rest your head on his shoulder, and he gently wraps an arm around you, pulling you carefully against his side. We're sticking with you through thick and thin, Elijah. We decided that way back when you were being attacked by the shadow monsters last year. That's very noble of you all, but look at your situation. Kane's power now eclipses Alma's, and will straighten by the day. It sounds like we just have to act fast. Obviously, we can't do nothing, or Kane's gonna go fully. It's gonna go full evil overlord. I hope it's still back to the sun crystal. Kane also needs the extra power so he can carry out his plot. If we take it away from him, we may stand a chance. I was just thinking that we got out of scraps with him before he had the crystal, which means he isn't completely unstoppable without it. Elijah, are you able to use your prescience to discover where Kane is going? We need to find him if we want to. We'll need to find him if we want to find the crystal. Before you can respond, Lewis nudges you gently, your modest pendant held in his jaws. Cool. Thanks, Loomis. You're a genius. Snake. Elijah, spill. What are you thinking? This pendant is Mom's, and so is the sun crystal. There might be a link between them that I can use to spy on Kane. Is it Mr. Genius, or is it you, Ledger? Smiling, you take the pendant from Loomis. Your mother's energy rushes out of it, setting you a glow. It's working. It's like Mom's right here helping me. Who are you, Sun Crystal? You're overtaken by a vision of Ray's lab. Kane prowls about, humming to himself in a sing-song voice as he blasts a side level. They are, oh they are, where are you? You slippery little ray of sunshine. And why did the last traces of your magic disappear right here? Sun Crystal in his arm starts to glow, its warmth reaching towards you. Kane turns, you catch a grin flit over his face as the crystal pulses with light. Elijah? Is that you? You're joyous, my dear. Your mother is still eluding me. But not for long. Eluding. Kane's sword's energy flares, pushing you out of your vision. He's in Ray's lab where Mom tried to forge Rave to bring Dad back to life. Mom must have sealed it right there. That's the last place Mom was ever saw us. Like, why Alma did that? Because of her, we grew up without a mom. Mom whose help we could really use right now. Oh, Dean Swan is coming. You all turn toward the door just as Dean Swan sprints inside, clutching a stitch in her side, but already channeling her blood magic. Oh dear, children. Hold on. Oh dear, oh dear. She darts between you, one by one, frantically healing the worst of your injuries. Warmth spreads through your body, easing the aches and pains. I thought your signature's flaring, but Kane has warded the rooms so I couldn't get inside. What in the world happened here? You tell Dean Swan about your battle with Alma. We battled Kane and the fate of Alma and the Sun Crystal. She places a hand over her heart, her face pale. Oh, Source. Never thought to see the day, but there must be something that can be done. Kane has his weaknesses. He killed my friends knowing I'd be distracted trying to save them, and I always unlocked the crystal because he didn't want me to die. To Kane, friendship is a weakness, but look at it another way. He has no one on his side to help him. He's outnumbered by us. And now that you've seen him at his most fearsome, you know his tactics better. Strategically, you may be able to turn this to your advantage. Kane made a big mistake, leaving us all alive. Lucky for you, him is the last mistake I ever make. If I could access my powers, I know I could help you. I remember how to seal Kane, and I was useful in the battle. But the dumb bind is still in place, and I just can't break through it. I don't even know how to start. Perhaps the library has the answers we seek. It's just to fail me. The Pentecost Library is the place for information on the elemental magic. There might be something on the sources there. And Dingo Free knew Jumbo and Best. Someone for research might be in the library. Dean Swan wrings her hands together. I don't like drawing you into battle, but I can see that your minds are all made up. I help however I can, so that you will be safe. Come with me. You race after Dean Swan to the library, ignoring the twinges of pain radiating through your battle-weary body. Dean Swan cuts through the main section of the library, beckoning for everyone to follow her. You're not going to find anything on sources out here, but I believe you have a chance at finding something this way. Navi hops around Dean Swan's ankles and noses at a particular bookcase. Oh, Navi, you slipped out where Dean Ch15's research is hidden. You can help me, but don't let Mr. Corner Squib see you in the library. After checking to make sure the coast is clear, Dean Swan shifts the bookcase aside with Navi's help, revealing. A secret room hidden behind a bookcase. Pancast truly has it all. First to being the dean, I have free reign of the entire library, including the lost areas. Few people aside from me know this room exists. Are you sure about that? We kind of discovered it last year when we were researching the shades attacking me. Oh, well, then welcome back. As your friends fan out to score the shelves, you hang back with Dean Swan. She looks over you, frowning worry. Dean Swan, is Alma gonna be okay? She doesn't have anyone to bind her like she did with Gemma. Blood magic remains on Earth, so I believe that as long as Kane doesn't interfere with her further, she'll return eventually. Dean Swan artfully patted her shoulder. Things might seem dire right now, but remember can set it all right. You and Atlas, the two of you were strong, just like your mother was. Thank you, Dean Swan. I really needed that. As Dean Swan starts to search a row of files, your page drew several volumes of elemental magics. Your friends joined you at your table. You got something, Elijah? You want to check this out? Griffin found it shelved in the completely wrong place. It's a paper written by Dean Goffey, theorizing the plot sources. I discovered a promising volume as well, a magic block in during the Elementalists Salem witch trials. Alice walks over, nearly bumping into a table. As he reads, he stops in front of you. And I found an essay written by our mom in this book about U.S. history. Beckett unfurls the scroll. The writing twists and flows down the page, sections reorganizing themselves before your eyes. The well springs of elemental magic, sometimes called sources, throughout history, hold power beyond mortal comprehension. I believe that we are able to tap into this magic through something that tethers sources to the earth. Then there's 5 paragraphs guessing at what tethers look like, but there's nothing conclusive. The important part is here. This leads me to conclude that a source cannot truly die unless this tether is completely and irreversibly destroyed. Kim was talking about tethers when I eavesdropped on him at the tea party. He said he needs to find Gemma's memories. Kane admitted he wanted to stop people from using earth magic. That would happen by destroying her tether. We have to try to find out what these tethers look like. Otherwise, Gemma and Alma and Mom, too, are in big trouble. While your friend search the shelves further, you keep reading. You pause when Gemma takes a seat beside you. I know this might not be the right time, but I just have to tell you, in case it cheers you up at all. Right when Atlas unlocked the sun crystal, all these memories of your mother flooded into me. What kind of memories? Memories they are telling stories about the magical peoples she befriended, like giants and unicorns and dragons. She said about the unicorns. She said there was nothing as beautiful as watching a herd race across the meadow, horns glowing in the evening light. I would love to see that. She said they were best appreciated from a distance, though. They often had to rescue humans from murdering unicorns. Yikes. I'll keep that in mind. Sounds like my mom had a lot of adventures on Earth. She certainly did. Dean Swan takes a seat on the other side of you, a fond smile on her face. When we were classmates at Pendergast, he was always disappearing, and then coming back with wild stories. She'd walk into lecture and tell us about riding a dragon or visiting merfolk royalty. As Gemma subtly takes her leave, Alice comes over and sets down a stack of books. What's going on, Evelyn? Are you talking about my mom? Are you talking about our mom? I was just telling Elijah about what it was like to know your mother as a Pendergast student. What was she like back then? Did she have a favorite class? Did you ever fall asleep in lecture? Alice abruptly cups himself off and grabs a book to read. Never mind. We have important stuff to do. I don't need to know. Dave was one of the most beloved students at Pendergast. Everyone knew and loved her. She was a force of nature. Figuratively and literally. I'd be happy to tell you more about your mother. I guess that'd be cool to hear about her. If you got a second. You glance at Atlas. He looks carefully down at his book, clearly trying not to seem too eager. Learn more about your mother as a Pendergast student from Dean Swan. You also hear some stories about your dad. Did she ever take you on any of her adventures? Oh yes, she made me late to several of my classes, but whenever I said I'd been with Daya, my professors never minded as much. If I showed up late to class and instead of being chilling with Elijah, I feel like I just get attention. Hey, I'm such a good influence, and all my professors know it. The Swan hides a laugh behind her hand. I have an idea. Why don't I take the two of you on one of the adventures your mom took me on? Are you seriously proposing a field trip right now? Of sorts. Karen isn't the only one who can do illusion magic, after all. She fans her hand through the air, and elaborate blows away like dust. A new image forms around you. You don't know warmth of a sunny cliffside. Part of it has been carved into the gaping maw of a creature with enormous fangs. Whoa, what did you and Mom even do here? Dean swats out a whistle, and you hear her scurrying in the treetops. Suddenly, a multicolored animal lies down on its spread wings and lands on your shoulder. The creature lets out a thrilling chirp that snuffles in your ear. You squirm from the ticklish sensation. Are you sure this is an illusion? It feels so real. So much realer than Canes. Their sources aren't better than humans at everything. That little guy's a snippet. They had befriended a flock after tending to a sick one. What was wrong with it? They were hunting for their feathers. They had found one that had broken a wing, escaping a trap. His injury was infected, and he was terrified. She splinted his wing and applied a salve, then searched for his flock. When she found them, they instantly welcomed her as a flock member. Thank goodness she was able to help. They seem like such friendly creatures. I can't believe they were hunted. They're protected now, thanks to Daya's campaigning. Campaigning. They're a little skittish around humans, normally, but they can also sense pure intentions. They adore magic. Cast a spell and see what it does. Cast a spell and see what it does. Do you think this is a present for me to your little snippet? With a flourish of your hand, several luminescent flowers open up the petals all around. The snippet leaps off your shoulder and snatches one of the flowers in its mouth, then sails through the cavern entrance. Where's it going? That's the fun part. Come on, let's follow it. You, Alice, and Dean Swan follow after the snippet. You expect the cave to be dark, but I'm surprised to find. Whoa, is all this light coming from magic? I feel strange energy in here. The snippet soars to the island in the center of the lake, where it plants the flower. It peers into the loose dirt. Before your eyes, the flower crystallizes into another one of the many gems light in the cave. The snippet snails back to your shoulder and nuzzles against your cheek. As a thank you, I've ever seen one. Evelyn, what's the deal with this place? I feel magic everywhere too. The snippets pick flowers which grow on magical energy. When in the jungle, they plant them in the soil here, where they turn to crystal. As you can see by the decorating, snippets have a fondness for all things bright. They couldn't help adore them. I wonder if they could tell how much light they actually had inside of her. This one, how did you meet her? We were roommates our freshman year. I tripped over the welcome mat and spilled a whole pot of invisible ink on her. Rather than bursting into your roommate's room, thinking someone's been murdered, only they're just... Rather than bursting into your roommate's room, thinking someone's been murdered, only they're just listening to murmurish music. Isn't meeting new people lovely? I thought they would be furious, but instead she was fascinated that half her body had disappeared. We were practically inseparable after that. She's the second most whimsical person I ever met, after myself. She snaps her fingers, and the cave starts to dissolve around you, the snippet disappearing with it. Let's get back to the sun, shall we? I have something I'd like to show you too. Back outside the cavern, Dean Swan takes a seat on a sun-warmed rock. You and Alice join her. She lifts the sun pendant resting on her chest. And this was a gift from Daya. When he graduated from Pendergast, She made it herself, and I always felt a little bit of magic within it. And I always felt a little bit of her magic within it. It looks like the kind of pen. It's kind of like the pen that King gave me. They liked to give gifts to people she cared about, and then she knew she eventually had to part with them, but didn't want to be forgotten. Alice reaches for Dean Swan's pendant. When he touches it, light glows around him for a few seconds. That's Mama, right? Did she ever give Dad anything like it? She made the wedding rings and her engagement rings too. Actually, they were surprised each other with homemade engagement rings on the very same lunch date. My caretakers always said Mom proposed to Dad, not that they proposed at the same time. They proposed first. Todd burst into tears, took out the rings he made, and proposed back. Their pairs of rings were nearly identical. Wow, Mom and Dad sound literally perfect for each other. So who made the first move? I said I told her, it was your father. He sat next to her in their very first potions class. He tried to help her make a daydream potion. He said tried, as though he didn't actually succeed. Yes, well, he melted her cauldron down to a puddle of metal, and then burned off his own eyebrows in panic. Sounds like someone I know. He elbows you, snickering, and you give him a shove. The snippet rejoins you, clambered onto your shoulders in a flurry of soft tail feathers. It hunkers down for a nap. I can hardly believe I'm saying this, but I feel relaxed enough for a nap too. Thanks, Team Swan. I really needed this. And thanks for telling us about Mom and Dad. It's nice feeling a little closer to them. It was the very least I could do. I knew them both very well, and I know they'd be so proud of you too. A strange ringing comes from Dean Swan. She jumps and looks down at her wrist, delusion fading around her. Delusion fading around you. Oh dear, the High Ton will be arriving in the Hall of Mirrors at any moment. I'm afraid I have to get going. I'll close the library to the rest of the student body, so you can continue your search in peace. She hurries away, passing by Zeph, who sets down a book on the table, takes a seat beside you. I don't know if this is fate or whatever, but it's got to mean something that this book keeps showing up when we look through the library. Call it whatever you like. The legend of the Jester King is in there. It's a chance to learn something about Gain. It's a pretty basic story. Once there was an impish Jester King who ruled no specific land, but instead traveled the world to spread mischief. Yada yada, he tormented all these lords and ladies, caused crazy storms, and made people dream when they were awake. Finally, the brave prince and princess of Cosmos struck him down, and never again did the impish Jester King wreak his mayhem upon an innocent. Great, that was totally useless. Maybe, but you just have to look at it a little differently. Decipher a code or something. You pull the book towards you, and a wave of magic washes over you. What's he doing? What's going on over there? Just felt Elijah's magic flare up. Your friends reappear, curious looks on their faces. Elijah, but seeing you hold a book is always cause for celebration. Where's exactly? Okay, that took me out. That took me out. Damn it, Beckett. You ruined my no commentary one. That took me out. That took me out. I literally fell back on the bed. I can't get up. I can't get up. I'm laughing so hard. Hold on. Fuck you, Beckett. Oh my god. I usually have a hard time understanding what Beckett's saying, but oh my god. He's well, seeing you hold a book is always cause for celebration, because, you know, you don't normally read, you know. You know, like his way of calling me dumb. Like, you know, I don't really typically see you read, so seeing you hold a book is actually, you know, it is cause for celebration, but like, what's happening? Us actually reading, it's like, ooh, whoa, Elijah's reading? He can do that? It's like, that was his sly way of insulting us, and that... See, this is why I'm making you my boyfriend. Well, seeing you hold the book is always cause for celebration. What exactly are you doing to make said book glow? Believe it or not, I just wanted to read it. Oh look, the words are rearranging themselves on the page. You look back at the book, and sure enough, the tale of the Jester King shifts before your eyes, trailing over your shoulder. October 15th, 1995. It doesn't sound like a story anymore, but more like a diary entry. You read the page aloud. October 15, 1995. There's a great stir in the magic of the world. Alma would call it the path shifting. My worry is much worse. I feel like Cain will find a way to return. Knowing I were able to overpower him by combining sun and moon to harness his professional energy, but only Gemma could complete the seal. Cain's weakness to earth is why he probably trapped him underground. Gemma's seal was meant to hold him there indefinitely, but at the last minute he slew her. The seal was incomplete, but still enough to trap him. It was held for 2 millennia, but I wanted for much longer. The fairy tales are false. There was no prince or princess. Cain was no king. He was our family, and the sting of his betrayal, as well as our own role in sealing him away, hurts to this day. You lower the book, and the words rearranged back into the fairy tale, the Jester King. Dang, that was some heavy stuff. It's not very helpful. You knew about all that already, didn't you, Gemma? Yes, but these words, they stir my memories. The seal, if I could only just... She touches the book, and a vision envelops you. I should have seen the truth about you long ago, Cain. Swirling magic sucks Cain into the chasm. He struggles, trapped inside. She looked down at him coolly. Let me go. Tested you have been against me from the beginning. You blinded yourself to your own foolishness. It's your fault that it's come to this. You leave me no choice. You always have a choice. How much path is nonsense? It's a prison. I forced my own path to turn against me. All I want is to live a life of my own, outside of your control, on Earth and in the cosmos. Do you really think that was so wrong for me? You hurt people, Cain. The human beings whom you want to live among, and you manipulated Esme and me to helping you. I'm not let you talk yourself out of this. The Earth is your opposite, your weakness, and it will contain you. You bring your finger. You bring your hands together. Your fingers touch and form a cage. Cain starts sinking into the chasms, rolling magic as you chant the seal. But see, Quisco Pamano Lenny. Bah. Ah. You all stagger as you release from Gemma's memory. She floats up into the air, screaming and clutching her head. Scream. You all jump back from the table you've been clustered around as Gemma's magic smashes it into splinters. Elijah, I think the vision messed her up. You have to help her. Gemma, you're okay. We're all here with you. Kate isn't hurting you. You channel your sun magic over Gemma, trying to soothe her with rays of warmth. Her aura dies down, and awareness slowly returns. There? Is that? She sinks back to the ground, letting Atlas steady her. Thank you. That was overwhelming. Navi nuzzles against her, and Gemma reaches down to pat her head. Thank you, Navi. I feel a lot better now. She shakes her head clear, then looks around at all of you. I think I know what Kane will go next. Last time he saw Dea was at the chasm where he was sealed. If he's looking for her, he'll make a pit stop there to try to pick up her trail. He'll be there soon. In your memory just now, you were chanting the spell to seal Kane. Do you remember how to complete it? I do. So if I can just call upon my powers. Her shoulders slump. I can't do it. My full source powers are still locked up. I still sense a final bind, and I'm uncertain how to remove it. Not to be pushing anything, but do you think you can try to figure it out, like, right now? Zeph, Gemma's doing the best she can. No, he's right. The longer we put our faith in Kane, the worse off will be. We must undo the final bind. She closes her eyes, brings her thumbs to her forehead, and lets out a breath. When she opens her eyes, they're glowing once more. I'll try. Her powers flare around her, filling the library with ancient energy. We just stand by, just in case she needs our help again. Ready? I'll do that. I'll continue searching. We have an exhausted library catalog. I cannot let any book go unturned. Do you really think you'll find something that will help us unseal Gemma? Beckett sends a smirk over his shoulder at you as he heads away. Let's just say, I have a hunch, and the fairy tale book studying education, there are still secrets to discover in these isles. You are, of course, welcome to join me. I can use an extra set of eyes, and you have a knack for finding useful information. Continue investigating the library with Beckett to uncover an old tomb that references your mother and learn more about his potential magic studies. Beckett's. You know, I'm not forgetting that book comment you made, by the way. Okay, I do read. I read half a book in one night. And technically reading half of that book is reading one full story. 'Cause, yeah. I just haven't gotten around to, flipping the book over upside down and reading the other side of the story. I have read a book. Half a book. How do I think I did explain the book. It's just take a book, right? And on one side, the normal side you read a book, is the first story. And then flip the book upside down and read it the other way, is the other side of the story. I just didn't get to the other side yet, but I did read some of the book. I'm just lazy. Well, this room of mine isn't exactly a library, so I don't really have books. And technically I am reading by doing this, I'm not very good at it, but I am reading. But I'm not dropping that book comment you made. Like, damn it, I read. I'm sure Elijah reads sometimes. Beckett leads you back to the main section of the library. As he takes a seat at the table, he summons several books his way. This section here is where all medical journals are shelved, both magic and mundane. Medical journals? I thought we were looking for books about sources. Dr. Gemma gave me an idea. Well, she is a source. Perhaps helping her involves treating her like an average stunt. I've heard stories of individuals who lost their magic at a fundamental level. Her case isn't so very different. Right. Someone might have recorded a case like that in these medical journals. We might find out how they got the powers back. My thoughts exactly. It's a brilliant idea, if I say so myself. If I do say so myself. You punch him gently in the shoulder, but start flipping through journals. He does the same beside you. Yeah, that punch was for the comment you made about me earlier. Well, you holding a book is something worth celebrating. Shut your mouth. Like, just because I ain't you going to the library every single second I get when I'm not going overboard my studies and doing extracurricular and trying to get extra credit and like fainting when I see an A, not an A plus. Hell, probably has a heart attack when he sees A minus. Or if it's by numbers, damn it, sees a 99. He feels lightheaded. He's huffing in a doggy bag, you know, just you know. If he doesn't do extracurricular, if he doesn't do extra credit, you know, it's like the end of the world. Like, oh no, I didn't show my teacher my full potential that I fully understand and wasn't gained no more about what I could about this specific thing. That, oh my god, like damn. Just because I'm not in here reading every flying book in this library doesn't mean I don't read, nigga. I didn't even mean to say nigga, it just slipped out. It doesn't mean I don't read, man. Nearly half an hour later. So this book says someone recovered his magic after licking yellow toads. Another person had to hang upside down from a cannabis tree. This book documents the woman who hopped everywhere on foot for 3 years and insisted that's what regained her magic. We definitely don't have 3 years to get Gemma's powers back. Beckett flips through some more journals at pages. He heaves a frustrated sigh, running a hand through his hair for dragging it down his face. Have I ever told you how hot you look all disheveled? You comb your fingers through his hair, ruffling his locks into even greater disarray. Beckett fails to hold back a smile. I'm really weird that you're trying to distract me from my angus. And it's working, isn't it? It most certainly is. You know, homework weaknesses after all. Still, I think I just led us down an enchanted rabbit hole with these journals. My apologies. Hang on, look here. This journal represents a book called The Quality is Magic by a certain Desmond Pendergast. Desmond wrote many texts, but why did I stop? Oh my god, I read it right. Why did I stop? Desmond wrote many texts, but I never heard of that. If any library would have a copy of though, it'd be this one. Let me just check the catalog. Beckett traces a circle in the air, creating a portal the size of a dinner plate. He sticks his arm through and pulls out a hefty old tome. That book looks ancient. It's as old as Pendergast. It's as old as the Pendergast library. It updates itself whenever a new volume is added. Now, where is Desmond's book kept? You know, I wish in real life I can just make a little portal in front of me. Just think of where I want to get something from, and then just like make a portal in front of me to that that area and just like reach through it, grab something and pull it back to the fucking portal. Like, look, nothing so far in this book made me go, ooh, that's cool. And maybe like a little tiny bit, but like, you know, did give a fuck about it? Cause I'm like, both book one, both book two, both book one and book two. Like, I don't. This doesn't even sound like entertaining. Just this magic stuff just sounds stressful. And like, I'm gonna forget every fucking thing. Like, ugh. But then it's just this portal spell. Just him in that fucking moment, just like reaching through to pull a book from who the fuck knows where. Like, yeah. Can we have that in real life? Can I do that in real life? Like, I want something that's in the fridge downstairs. Just make a portal and just like reach my hand through the portal and then straight into the fridge, grab a drink and then pull it back to me. Or hell, imagine. My fat ass not taking food for 1 second. Sure, fine. Like, yeah, maybe something in the store. It's like, instead of going out and getting it, spending, you know, money, just portal, just grab. It's a good thing we can't do magic in real life. It's me just saying that. It's like, yeah, well, someone's gonna take advantage of that portal thing. Just like rob thing. Ooh, a bank. Imagine the inside. Like, where the fuck they keep the money in a bank and just portal and then hand Drew pull money back. I don't know why. Just back into it now. It's like, yeah, cool. That is probably the coolest fucking thing anyone has ever done in the past books I read. Like, you know, I've been reading about someone conjuring fire, big fire dragon. What does that do? That he made snow, like not like snow, but like literally drawing like boulders, you know, the question and shit. You like, no, you know what? No, I don't fucking care about that. I want to make a portal, and just right in front of me, just whenever, and just like grab something from it. Hell, even walk through it, and like be like somewhere that I want to be. I want to fucking visit, like for I don't know, fucking Iceland, fucking Japan, Alaska. Yeah, I'm not saying anywhere tropical. That's like those places are the last place I want to go, because they're hot. I don't want to be somewhere where there's fucking sun. Like, the hell? Like, yeah, when it's summer here, it's like, oh, you know, I hate this, and just teleport somewhere where it's cold. Like, yeah, have winter, like, year round. Like stay, like teleport, like take a portal to Alaska and stay there during the summer. Yeah, and then come back to the portal. Come back here when it's like at least like fall again. Like, yeah, or just stay in Alaska. But fuck, I would have kept reading as normal. But it's Beckett's fault for making fun of us with the whole book comment. He ruined me reading this chapter without commentary, just because he had to say that one thing about, you know, It's always worth celebrating when you hold a book. Like, oh, okay, it was his fault. So if anything, blame him for the commentary. Okay, that's his fault. I was doing just fine until he said that. That straight up took me out. Cause what the fuck do you mean? Cause what the fuck do you mean it's worth celebrating? Why is it worth celebrating, Beckett? You call me dumb? You call me dumb? You say it's like a nice surprise to see me reading, but huh? No. Where's Desmond's book kept? At his muttered question, the catalog opens in his hands. The pages flip by in a blur, then suddenly stop. Beckett traces his finger down a line. How strange. It's kept in the biography section, rather than theories. I shall have a word with Mr. Cornerswip about this later. He sets down the catalog, then traces another circle in the air. He pulls this one open to a second, larger portal. Shall we take a little shortcut to the biography section? Heck yes, we shall. Portal magic is especially better than teleportation. See? Oh, undoubtedly. There's no chance of accidentally leaving a body part behind. No, after you. Wait, huh? You step through the portal, right into another section of the library. The more I have to say it, the more I realize I'm really bad at pronouncing library. I just realized you've been doing all this cool portal magic lately, but I still don't really get how it works. You gotta do that. I need to know what something looks like before I can create a portal to it. Tracing you to Kane's location was the limit of what I can do, since finding an object without knowing where they are is extremely difficult. Yes, thank you, Elijah, for asking him, because he has been doing it a lot lately, and we have not said shit about it, and that's like the coolest thing he's ever done. He's always doing cool, impressive, advanced things. He probably shouldn't really be knowing that his level, right? Because we yeah, a lot of things are too advanced for the grade or something he's in. And that's because he's a fucking nerd and keeps oh my god, researching things and going over fucking board. So he knows, like it was said, he knew things a first year shouldn't know as a first year. So it's like that is advanced magic and knowledge that you should not have acquired as a first year. So how do you know that? It's like Beckett. How? And it's like, we really just gonna keep letting him get away with doing this portal shit in front of us, and not questioning how he's doing it. Cause I want to do it. Beckett, please. Me for me, Elijah, your boyfriend, teach me. Unofficial boyfriend, teach me. Tell me how you're doing that. Cause you keep doing it, and you want to share it how you're doing it. You just keep doing it. Seriously. Hello? So thank you, Elijah, for finally asking him, hey, how? So you were to create a portal right in front of that library catalog because you're already taken off the shelf a trillion times? Indeed. That's what Desmond's book. I have no idea what it looks like, but I've been to the biography section of the library before. The two of you walk between long shelves of books. Beckett shows his hand along the spines, making them shiver. So tell me, how do you study portal magic, please? Thank you. I've been taking lessons with the air advisor, Professor as an extracurricular course 3 nights a week. See? It's like, dude, chill. How do you have time for, like, breaks? And don't say you don't, because you've been hanging out with me, so you do have some time. So, nigga, huh? Like, how many extracurriculars do you even take? That's exactly what Professor Wright said when I proposed the idea to her. I barely amassed a reputation among the faculty about persistent, and she finally relented. I made great bounds under her tutelage. So, what did she have you do? Just portal jump to Pendergast or what? She's not too keen about me breaking through school voids in her presence, and wouldn't be too keen about me doing so now, but alas. She moves just towards around her office when we practice, which is enough. Lately, I've been working on portals that open in midair. So, give me this step by step. I see you use air magic every time you make a portal. I harness the light in an area to visualize where I'm going, which can be done through sun, moon, or air. And I use air because it's my secondary atonement, of course. I have an easier time with it than the other two. Then I use metal to break down the elements within a space, pulling apart the boundary between where I am and where I want to go. I'm reading slowly because I want to remember this. Like, okay, alright. Though I don't think I'll have the option to do it myself. And I'm still going to remember it. Like, cool. He comes to a stop halfway down the aisle. He reaches up, takes a slender leather-wrapped book from the shelf. Retta, one copy of The Qualities Magic by Desmond Pendergast. It looks pretty old too. If it was written by Desmond, it's around the same age as the library itself. Now, let's get back to our table and read it. Like, opens up another portal into your room. Just okay. Back at your table, you open the book and carefully flip through the delicate pages, searching for anything about controlling magic. I think I found something. Pendergast describes researching where magic comes from with someone he calls Professor T. You read aloud from a particularly useful passage. Professor T is well of magical knowledge. She explained to me that magic is drawn from a person's inner center. By understanding your center, you understand your magic. And understanding your magic, you can control it. You close the book with trembling hands. Okay, what is this? Professor T is my mom, and she's the source. Her advice can help Gemma. Gemma must not know her inner center because she's only just regained her memories. She's still trying to understand who she even is. So then I wonder what Alice in my inner center is. We obviously haven't found it, and for how it's still flat out like they knew. Do you think it has to do with your mother? She's a central figure in this grand mystery, and some of her power resides within you. I wouldn't be surprised if you're right. I feel like she'd be able to explain so many things I don't understand. Myself and magic. On the right side, we're one step closer to figuring everything out. Look at us, reading books, solving problems. Well, of course, we're in the library. The library solves all our problems. God, you're such a nerd. Now we know that nerd is just a term used by those less willing to put in the required effort to move up in life. And to be quite honest, I'm shocked it took you this long to realize it. Beckett, you are so ridiculous, as in ridiculously cute. If that's a term we're using these days, you're even more ridiculous than I am. I mean, I don't disagree. It was a quick kiss to his cheek, laughing as his ears turned pink. And now, Rachel put away these books. You whisk up a stack of books, send them tumbling through the air, and a gust of wind. Beckett watches, jaw dropped. Library materials are precious. You want to risk them just for the spice of competition? That sounds suspiciously like an excuse that someone who's afraid of losing would give. In answering, light of mischief gleams in Beckett's eyes, and a crooked smile plays across his face. Fine then, but don't expect me to go easy on you. Beckett waves his hands, intercepted half your books and sent them soaring up to the ceiling. His own books started floating toward the shelves. I thought you would be here. Nobody said anything about rules, so I think this is fair game. He whisked back up into the air. This is him on an upper story of the library, but he simply grins and turns toward the shelf. Thank you, Elijah. You placed me right where I needed. He's lost a book he'd been carrying into an empty slot. No, I take it back. Get down here. You try to get back at your magic again, but he dodges. 5 minutes of intense competition later, you finally make a heroic leap and stuff your lost book into its place. What's that? All I know is the sound of me winning. I can easily pull the cheating card, but very well. I'll give you your win. Now your prize then. It's all his study guides. I don't want to be a nerd too. How about you give me a kiss? Is that supposed to be a prize for you or a prize for me? I don't see why I could be both. I can be generous. With a smile, Beckett settles his arms around your waist and draws you close enough that you can feel his breath fan over your cheek. You are far more than merely generous, Elijah. You're everything I deserve. He dips his head to press his lips to yours. The soft touch quickly grows heated as he deepens the kiss, and you loop your arms around his neck. And everything, huh? So you're saying you're like me more than a library full of books? Beckett traces kisses along your collarbone, awakening goosebumps all over your body. He moves up along your throat, dipping slightly at the center of the skin. I like you far more than any book or any library. Shall I prove it to you? You shiver at his sultry tone. Oh, please, don't make me try to even do a sultry voice with, like, talking like this. I could not possibly. You shiver at his sultry tone. Your book, and you look. It looked like an O. The A looked like an O. The C looked like a C. So I'm not sure how I misread back as book. If I knew that the C was not a second O, but you know what? I was trying to make an excuse for myself. And your back bumps against the bookshelf. Beckett presses up. Beckett presses you against it as he kisses up your jaw. I think I'm starting to see your point. I'm not fully convinced yet. He chuckles, and you feel his laughter on your skin. His mouth meets yours. You melt into him as pleasure spouts through you. This is not making up for you making that book comment, by the way. I haven't forgotten that. This doesn't make up for that comment. And I'm still not dropping it. Several minutes later, you slowly separate. Beckett presses one last kiss on your brow and your cheek, then steps back with a smile. As enjoyable as this is, we should probably make our way back to the others before they come find us in such a compromising situation. You laugh, then shoot Beckett a grateful look. This gave had me a long time with this research. It's the break I needed from, well, literally everything. Your company is always enjoyable, Elijah. And it was right once again, wasn't I? The library has secrets to offer up after all. Never change, Beckett. You and Beckett dust yourselves off and head back to your friends, who are still gathered around Gemma. She tries to undo her final bind. When Gemma finally opens her eyes, she sighs in defeat. I'm sorry. I can't undo the final seal. Whatever I need to trigger its removal, I can't access. You change your glance for Beckett, who looks as troubled as you feel. Who looks as troubled as you feel. Gemma, does the term inner center ring a bell to you? One of Pendergast's old book said it was the key to understanding magic. I've heard Taya talk about that. She said you can only reach your center by traveling through the layers of yourself around it. I don't remember any of that fight before I sealed Kane. That must be the final layer I have to unlock to move my bind. Perhaps returning to the location of the battle will help you gain that memory. I think you may be right. That heal is important, and frankly, it's the only option left I can think of. Well then, we can't stall any longer. We know where Kane's going next, but he won't stick around forever. If we don't get to the hill soon, we may never find him again. Alice and I have to go for sure. But are the rest of you positive you want to? I still haven't given Kane for calling me not charged. My payback is long overdue. Yeah, I'm positive, Elijah. We should put our heads together and come up with a plan first, though. Working like a true captain in training. Come on, let's head back to the dorm. You'll make your way out of the library, leaving behind the comforting smell of dusty old paper and ink. In your common room, Becca immediately starts examining your and Shredder's door, touching each of the doorknobs in turn. I can manipulate these wards to transport us to Kane's location. We also jam his memory, so I know what the hill in question looks like. I estimate it will take around half an hour. I get to work immediately. Magic glows around his hands as he begins moving them over the door, feeling for the wards within. You turn to the rest of your friends. Nerd. So this is it. The final moment is upon us, and all that. Soon we'll be trying to wrestle the sun crystal for the most powerful being in the world. I may not be any good at fighting, but I'm sorry my magic will come in handy to tell you all during the battle. That's perfect. Every bow on the team should have a healer, and I know we'll be needing it. I had a thought. The crystal unlocked extra power on Kane. If we can get it to Gemma, maybe unlock her final bind. It's worth a shot. They have fought Kane last time, so if I absorb some of her magic, it might jog my memory. We'll need one person to call the shots on the field to keep us organized. Someone who can guide us through literal life or death situations. Is there any question about it? That's literally Atlas. He's right on the run. He's right on the run from Rafe and his lackeys, so I trust him with my life. Alice nods silently, and a smile starts to break across your face. You hold out your arm, displaying the Misfits bracelet. I believe in us. We're stronger than we were when we fought Rafe. The bond between us are The Misfits will get you this and stop Kane. Your friends all pile their hands on top of yours. The Misfits bracelets tied around each of the wrists. The Misfits bracelet tied around each of their wrists. Becca walks over from the portal to join. Oh look, he came over. He stopped being a nerd to come over and put his hand in the middle. Come on, Gemma. You're an honorary team member now. I am? Okay. Gemma places her hand on top. You see your own determination reflected on all your friends' faces. I had a game plan, so let's get everything we'll need for the fight and meet back here in 30 minutes. The Misfits break. As your friends head off to the dorms to gather supplies, Becca walks over from the door. He taps his fingers against yours, a slight blush on his cheeks. Doors are rearranging for the time, so I was wondering if you'd like to take a walk with me while they do. I'll take all the time alone with you I can get. While I'm laying down, I think it's the easiest way for me to do back his voice. Because I feel like I'm almost doing it right now. You accompany Beckett through a series of winding hallways until you finally stop in an uplit part of the school you've never seen before. Why can't I do Beckett's voice when I'm laying down? My neck against my own foot, the foot in my bed. Footrest? It's not a headrest because it's on the head of the bed. Footrest? I don't fucking know. Where are we? I can only do Beckett's voice while I'm laying down. So now I'm struggling to do the other voices. Pendergast is guest wing. It's where the school's esteemed guests stay when they're not touring or lecturing. It would make sense for the school to have one. I guess what I mean is, why are we in the guest wing? Beckett turns to you, a soft smile tugging at the corner of his mouth. His ears are beginning to turn pink. That's something I've been meaning to discuss with you privately. Well, you got me. So, shoot. Yes, well, I suppose now is as good a time as any. The matter I want to discuss is one of a personal nature. Regarding the two of us, you and I, obviously, that was probably obvious already. Ah, yay, finally we get to that. What I mean is, it's regarding the two of us in terms of each other, together, as a pair. Or rather, Beckett, please, we don't have a lot of time to... Beckett takes your face between his palms and presses a fiery kiss to your lips. He pulls away after a long moment and stands there, forehead against yours, with his eyes screwed shut. I want to discuss the possibility of us becoming a couple, that is to say, more officially speaking. Ever since I met you, my life has become, well, practically impossible, really. But it's the strangest thing. I couldn't imagine it any other way. The tips of his ears and apples. Oh, I did read it right. Yay. I read it right. The tips of his ears and apples of his cheeks burn bright red. Burn bright red. Beckett, I want to make you mine, Elijah. Just mine. I know it's something we never discussed, but I've also prepared a list of points as to why I think us becoming official is beneficial. 1, with the place we'll be able to place quantifiable value to our relationship, which, if you think about it... Beckett, stop. You don't have to go through your whole presentation. Beckett's asking you to be his boyfriend. If you accept, you'll be official with him. If you decline, you have the chance to ask out another one of your friends, or you can stay single. This decision will affect your method of opportunities for the rest of the game. I would love to be a boyfriend. Finally, thank you. Weird how I only brought up us being boyfriends this chapter. And then this is the chapter where he finally acts is out. Like, yes, thank you. And I won't do any more commentating because we're already an hour and 6 minutes into this shit. You throw your head, nuzzling your nose against his before giving him a soft kiss. Really? You're not joking? You'll be my boyfriend? Of course I'm serious. It's getting weird that you never ask. Couplet. I'm glad I whipped up the nerve too. Becky's arms slip around your waist, and he pulls you flush against him, so his lips work smoothly against your own. After a minute wrapped up in each other's arms, Beckett finally pulls away, and you groan. I guess we should get back, huh? Go find a source and all that jazz? No sweat. Not necessarily. I have a surprise for you. Beckett holds you at arm's length for a moment, taking you in with a look of utter satisfaction, before lacing his fingers with yours and leading you to a door at the end of the hall. Inside is a decorated bathroom that smells faintly of rose and lemon. The tea water in the tub steams, and the entire galaxy seems to shimmer beyond the glass windows. Sorry, I'm not getting over the fact that I can just perfectly read in Beckett's voice while I'm laying down. Did that just happen? What was that? That just came out so effortlessly. And now me talking normal is a strain. What the fuck? Beckett, wow. Did you do all this? When you glance back, you see him watching you with a amused smile. His eyes are light with some emotion you can't place. I've been doing some research on relaxation techniques. I wouldn't want my boyfriend to face Kane and not be in tip-top shape. Relaxation techniques, huh? Indeed. Aromatherapy, mindful medication, massage therapy. Is actually item 36 on the list of reasons why you should date me, but we didn't get that far. I just can't believe you did all this for me. Beckett steps in closer, cupping your face in his palm, and brushing his thumb, and brushing his thumb softly over your cheek. I don't know how many ways I can show you that I would do anything for you, Elijah. So I'm sure a nice massage is a good way to start, and we can go from there. Or if you prefer using the tub with the piece, I can leave you to it. So how about your new relationship with Beckett by spending a romantic night together? Oh my god. 1, that's a lot. It's 30. 2, we're already over an hour. Oh my god, can it stay under an hour 20 at least? Damn. But you should know that I fully expect to take you up on those massage techniques you learned. Or whatever you like. Beckett kisses you once on the forehead, then again on the lips, before stepping back. until you strip down before lowering yourself into the spacious tub. The water is perfectly warm. You settle in. The smell of roses grows stronger. You turn around, lean against Becca's solid chest. His arms slide around your waist. I'm pretty sure this is heaven. Oh, really? Downplay this stuff to the top. Downplay this stuff to the top this, and I strongly disagree. He rests his hands on your shoulder. Here, ew. I licked the mic. Ew. He rests his hands on your shoulders. Just slowly begins to beat the muscles there. You sigh contentedly. This is nice, but I feel like you can do better. You do you? You feel the low chuckle rumble in his belly as his hands slip into your arms, still kneading. His lips glide along your neck, just below your ear, down one side, then the other. Your head falls back against his chest, opening yourself up to the aspiration of his lips across your shoulders. His hands slide down your sides, his touch soothing yet electric. Beckett, is this what you had in mind? Or maybe something more like... His tongue traces a hot line up skin to your ear. He takes a lobe between his teeth, dipping gently. All the while, his hands continue their southward journey, drifting down your stomach, skimming the juncture of your hips. Beckett, you're on the right track. As his hand slips between your legs, you can't help but let out a sigh. You tilt your head back, meeting him in a kiss as his hand works toward a slow rhythm. Let's see if we can't use all your attention away. You feel him, rigid, pressed against your back as his motions up front pick up speed. Your breath catches in your jaw, and your back arching luxuriously away from him. And what do you get in return? You know I only want your happiness. You reach a hand between you to grasp him in your hand. He makes a choked sound halfway between the gaps, as to see, and a yelp of surprise. Or maybe I'm hoping my very gorgeous and driven boyfriend will want to reward me for my efforts. You turn in the water to face him, straddling his hips, raised halfway out of the tub. You lean in to kiss him, water from your body dripping rivulets down his chest. I like when you call me that. Call you my boyfriend. You lower yourself on an inch or two till your bodies meet, just barely. He groans, his head dropping back against the tub, his eyes fluttering shut. Elijah, please. His hands scab your outer thighs to grasp your hips as you continue to tease him. Well, since you asked so nicely. You lower yourself onto him, pressing yourself fully against him in one fluid motion. He leans forward to close contact, burying his face in your chest and holding you tightly. You hold him back just as tightly, with every muscle in your body aching for him, a need spreading through you as quick as wildfire. Beckett. He gives an upward thrust with his hips, and a fire bursts inside of you at the striking of a match. The chandelier overhead begins to sway, pulled by his magic. No, call me your... He shows off as he focuses on his rhythm. You hold him tighter, you're still. The water starting to swell into waves around the two of you. My boyfriend? He groans, and his deep strokes pick up the pace, moving faster than you ever felt before, almost faster than you think you can handle. No, don't stop. Two of you stay that way, clutched together. The water sloshes over the edge of the tub. Something fades away around you. A short while later, you sit on the edge of the tub, putting on your shoes as Beckett reattaches his cufflinks. I suppose we get back to the others. So soon? I mean, we just became a couple. I figured there'd be time for, I don't know, more couple stuff. And what does couple stuff entail exactly? Get married already, instantly. I think we should see a movie together. We've been seeing each other for a while now, and we haven't even been on a movie date. And this is a requirement for couples. Basically, dinner, rom-com, share a bucket of popcorn, the whole deal. Well, when this is all over, I have to make sure I correct this. We'll see whatever movie you like. Beckett takes you by the hand and presses a kiss. Say kiss properly, dumbass. And presses a kiss to the back of it before he pulls you to your feet. You loop your arms around his waist and he holds you close. What do you think of the whole boyfriend thing? I think it's potentially the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Not that. Many terms are a bit outdated, aren't they? It doesn't matter what we call each other, as long as the sentiment is the same. Whichever mind. What? Hold on, I'm gonna pause now. You're welcome. I'm trying to take away some time of the video. Get it? Because we're a pair. I want this video to be over as much as you do. I think it sounds nice. This is Beckett, my pair. I would ignore the yes. I think it sounds somewhat silly. He smiles down at you, giving you a little squeeze. But I suppose I get used to it. In pairs. I didn't know it was going to be used singular. I thought it was what we're calling us as, one. So I said pairs. As in the two of us, pairs. I didn't think we was going to use it to say he's our pairs, because otherwise that... You know what? I'm just going to ignore the yes. Doesn't matter. Because I might not even read the next book after this one, so I don't fucking care. I don't care. Somewhere in the distance, a clock chimes. Beckett leans his forehead against yours with a sigh. It looks like our time is up. As sweet as it's been. I guess you're right. We've been gone long enough. We're at an hour, 17 minutes. And I want this over by an hour 20. I don't think that's happening. He reaches out to cup your face in his hand, and you nuzzle into it, gently kissing his palm. Can't believe we're actually gonna try and face Kane. Yes, it is quite overwhelming. However, we've done everything we can do up to this point. All that's left is to do the thing itself. I would feel a lot better if you stayed here. That may be the case, but I would feel miserable. We're long past the point where I can stand idly by on the sidelines and watch pair. He kisses your forehead softly. I know, but if you ever want an out, I won't blame you. I'm here with you, Elijah. Whatever happens, I know we can face whatever Kane throws at us. Alright, let's go kick some ass. You pull yourself out of the warmth of his grasp and take his hand in yours. You take one last look around before you and Beckett head back to your dorm. Now my voice is cracking. Once everyone has returned, Beckett examines the door one final time, scanning his hands over the surface. My voice is breaking. The portal is ready. And the real question is, are we? I was born ready. Let's take this source down a peg. Right behind you, Alice. Kane won't be underestimating humans for much longer. Loomis appears from the ether with a hair-raising screech. You put a hand on his back. You're right, buddy. Kane won't be underestimating familiars for much longer either. We're ready, and we have something to fight for. Let's do this. For revenge. It's time to take all the pain Kane's dealt on us and send it back tenfold. Now that's what I call a battle cry. Yeah, I may be a water rat, but I'm getting all fired up. Kane has arrived. I can feel him waiting. Your friends instantly sober, turning to you. You give a firm nod and then step through the portal, sensing them all following. One more minute, please, and just end this chapter. Why is it not over? You emerge on a familiar hillside. The air is cool and fresh. All seems serene until your magic sparks respond to a nearby signature. You hop onto Loomis's back, surveying the surrounding area. Ouch. Come on out, Kane. What's a big bad source like yourself doing hiding from a troop of Union mortals? Kane floats over the treetops, showing one end of his mustache around his finger. His power starts to glow around him as a truly gleeful expression twists his face. Ah, Elijah, you're very, very human. I knew you couldn't stay away from me for long. Alright. It's what? Alright, see? Look, an hour 20, and look, over. Bye. Over, plow.